Good morning and welcome to my club of Cottontales. It is Saturday morning. It is almost 7:30 a.m. So, good motherfucking morning from me to you, but of course, good afternoon and good evening to any of the Cottontales around the world. I'm having an anxiety attack. I've been having an anxiety attack for a while now. I have successfully been using my mindfulness to not have it turn into a panic attack, but I no longer wanted to do it by myself, just like too many thoughts causing me to tremble. So I'm just like, you know what, let's come to Club Cottontale. And literally, the moment that I started this and I heard the Fortnite music and I was like, oh, we're in Club Cottontail. It's like I felt like this wave of like tiredness come over me. 'Cause I am tired, but like I slept like shit last night. Um, like even though I literally feel tired right now, I already know that's just Club Cottontail's euphoric feeling taking me over and being like, you can sleep, bitch. But I need to do a good um, half hour, maybe longer meeting just to kind of get our moisture back in line, so we can either start our day, get some stretch on, get our sweat on, or climb back in bed and get more Z's. We don't really know at this point. Um, I don't like. It's so shitty, this feeling right now, because I just wish like I had someone here. Like it's so hard to have to see Voldemort every week. It really is. And I just wish that I had someone that was here with me on, when Rainbow gets picked up. Um, 'Cause it's like I did end up messaging someone. I kind of figured they weren't going to respond back as it is pretty early, but I don't even really want someone to talk to. I just need someone here, and all I have is me, myself, and I, and, per the usual, instead of stewing on thoughts and feelings, we come to Club Cottontail, where we can purge the thoughts and the feelings. Um, I am going to spread the moist content in hopes that, I do get someone to come chill with me, but being that this meeting is probably is going to be pretty tiny, like, I really think, like, well, I hope anyways that by 8 o'clock I'm like, you know what? We could sleep. Or we're awake and we wanna, start our day. Right now I'm just like just like barely any thoughts or feelings in my motherfucking brains. I do love how like before I started this meeting, I was literally wide awake, like, oh my god, just like pacing. And then as soon as I start the meeting, I'm like, I could sleep. But that's the energy. That's the dis that Club Cottontail brings. It gives me that extra bit, you know. So I'll be quite happy if, come, because it's 7:27 right now. If by 8 o'clock I'm like, all right, peace, see you in the next meeting. I'll be so happy, because that means that I'll either be able to actually get some sleep without having fucked up thoughts and feelings, or it means that I'll be awake and we can continue our solo day. So, um, I have to wait until after 10:30 to hit up a friend that I'm supposed to hit up and potentially go over there for just like a little bit, cuz today I want today to be mostly a solo date day. I already have my outfit plan, I already have my entertainment plan. The only only thing that's not fully planned is like I was kind of thinking about doing a makeup meeting. 'Cause I've been kind of thinking about doing some makeup, you know. But I don't know. Right, live, right motherfucking now. Come say hello. Share that link on the Facebookie. I doubt. Oh, I mean, I never really know when people are gonna tune in, but I doubt that we're gonna get anybody here like at 7:30 in the morning on a Saturday for me. So I highly doubt that we will get someone else to come pop in. Oh, I am loving how much I'm yawning though, because that means that I might actually get some more sleep, which I really would like. But yeah, I'm hoping that when I go to see my friend, like my hope is that I can get to them and be back home by noon. So then I can have, the full afternoon into the evening to just enjoy with me, myself, and I. Because whereas usually I'm hoping to, like, get company and hang out with someone, this weekend, I don't want to hang out with anybody. I don't want to see people. I don't want to hang out with people. I barely want to talk to people. I just want to, like, enjoy it for me. Oh, we should do a Snapchatty real quick. Oh, I love my hair this morning. But yeah, I do. I do. Oh, that's not the right thing? What the fuck? Alright, apparently that is the link. Okay. It's odd. I don't even remember what I was gonna say because that threw me off so bad. Oh man, it really threw me off. Oh, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So, I do plan on playing Amnesia series later on. Like, in all actuality, what I had hoped was we go to our friends real quick, and then at noon, when we get back to the cave, we dabble in the Amnesia series, and then, because we're on the third one, I'm, like, beyond excited to be done with that, just saying. And then, after that, now, if it's not feasible, like, if things just, oh, excuse me, if things just don't pan out that way, we won't play Amnesia today, because it is more important to me that I actually enjoy my solo date day versus finishing our blind as fuck run of the Amnesia series. Like, if I'm gonna have a choice between scaring myself or just in romancing myself, I'm gonna choose romance. Okay. I am gonna get Jaded Rose loaded because that will help with just calming the brains and either let me know. Oh! It's just fucking fell over. What the fuck? Alright. Chat is on the tripod. That's something else I want to figure out today. there's like a lot of stuff that I kind of want to do this weekend, but at the same time, it's so messed up. Is like I can plan all of these things for my weekend, but then as soon as I get to Saturday morning and rainbow leaves, I'm just like, ugh. It's like I feel all of the exhaustion from the week, and I just don't want to do anything at all. Except for the things I have to do to prepare for the next week. Like it's a draining cycle. But I did most of the cleaning yesterday. There were some things that I wasn't able to clean yesterday, like I wasn't really able to vacuum her room, so we will be going in and vacuuming Rainbow's room. And then I also very much need to sweep and mop the bathroom. I was gonna do that yesterday, but with potty training, I just was like, there's no point in mopping this floor when she's most likely gonna go potty again and most likely get some pee on the ground, so I'd rather just wait, do the end of the week cleaning. So, and I thought about doing that right now, but I kind of felt like a Club Cottontail meeting would be less quiet than cleaning my bathroom. So, um, here we are and here we be. I am really hoping that, like, 8:30 we end this meeting and I'm just like I'm about to go to sleep and I get more rest. That would be so ideal. Like really, that would be ideal. And I get some more rest before uh, you know, continuing the day's festivities. For the most part, the day is going to be very relaxed. I planned myself a solo date day for today. I got myself, usually when I do a date day, I get myself steak. So I got myself some little steaks, and I got some zucchini, and I got some sweets, and I got my movie picked out, which my movie actually matches my outfit for today because I have a Deadpool romper that I'm gonna wear while we watch the Deadpool movies, which I know I have access to at least one of them. I don't know if I have access to both of them, just because I haven't looked, meh, type of thing. Like, knowing my luck, though, both of them will be inaccessible. That would be sad. Um. Oh man, I'm pretty sure I had a dream about our former Prince Dan again last night. That means that 2 nights in a row we have dreamt about that motherfucker, which just like makes no sense because we don't even hang out with them. They're not a person that I see on a regular basis. Like as much as I don't like it, I understand and it somewhat makes sense when I dream about Voldemort. My therapist says that the dream, and especially about the ex, could be my brain just kind of thinking about the last time that we were in a good relationship because my last relationship with Voldemort, it was just hellacious. We somewhat have a good relationship now, and really that's just like it's co-parenting. Our relationship now is he picks up his daughter and drops her off on the weekends, and we only talk if it's about something that pertains to her. We do not have a relationship outside of being our daughter's parents. I hate the guy. I do. I hate the guy. I don't like him. I will never be his friend again. He treats me like shit even if I, try to talk to him. So it's just there's no point in trying to have a relationship past just being our daughter's parents. Um, and being that that was so bad, my body will automatically and the brains will automatically go and think about the last romantic relationship before him, which was Dan, and that was a long time ago. I mean, it was over a decade ago, and I don't want to be with that guy. Exes are exes for a reason. But it's just it's just rough, like I have most things that I could want in this life. You know what I mean? I am steadily and consistently working on my health, both mentally and physically. I currently have a roof over my head. I currently have a way to pay the bills that I have. Life is good. Like, I'm surrounded by immense amount of love, especially from myself. The people whom I feel the love from the most would be myself, my daughter, and then probably my mom. Um, it'd be nice and then probably my friend in Canada that I call my mommy. Um, I feel the love from there too because she'll actually respond to a message. Like, she's one of the people that I talk to on a more consistent basis. Like, most of my friends, they're very introverted, so they don't text back very often. I've never like None of my friends close to me have ever been huge texters, even though I am. I love to text, I love to talk. They don't. The only time I've had people who somewhat texted me frequent were people from different states, but it never lasted, like with hashtag money. There was a good portion from like like all of 2015, all of 20, or no, all of 20. There was like 2 years where we just were always seeing each other. Well, we didn't see each other, but we talked to each other. And that was like 2017, a portion of 2017 into 2019. 2019 is the last time I talked to her. Um, and it's just crazy, you know. I, it would be nice to have, just that consistent back and forth. Man, I really hope today goes really well and isn't just like wah wah. Because right now it does kind of feel wah wah. And I even went to bed at a decent time last night. But I woke up in a wicked cold sweat. I don't even remember what time it was. It was sometime between 1 and 4. Lately, when I look at the clock, 4 o'clock sometimes looks like 1 o'clock, and 1 o'clock sometimes looks like 4 o'clock, so I have no idea what time it was when I did wake up. It was either between 1 and 4. But I fell asleep before 10 last night, which was absolutely lovely. I was exhausted. It's been a very long week. Um, Added exhaustion. We have all the normal mermy dude exhaustions and dealing with Voldemort, but then, I have been actively putting myself out there on dating apps, trying to make connections and attempt to flourish things, and, same old song and dance. I match with someone, they either don't talk or maybe they do talk, and then it's only one word sentences, um, and then usually mid conversation they just unmatch. Like, whatever, I personally think ghostings will always be better than me attempting to flourish something going nowhere. But it's like, I just don't understand the concept of just not voicing it, just being like, oh, I'm not really feeling the vibes, or, I didn't fully look at your profile and I see now that we're looking for different things. Like, I don't understand why these adults can't be adults. But that's okay, it's just because I keep interacting with the 95% because that's the majority. It is going to take a lot to find that 5%, but then find my little 1% within the 5% that I'm even attracted to, because I'm sorry, you have to have some kind of attraction. I don't give a fuck if everyone thinks that the person I'm with is attractive. I have to think they're attractive. I've had many um, relationships where the person was like, "You're out of their league. Like, why are you even fucking with this person?" And I'm like, "Because I like them." Like, isn't that why you get to know someone? Because you enjoy their company for whatever reason. I personally don't think that leagues exist. They don't. Um, any two people have the ability to come together and flourish a connection. You just have to want that connection. You have to want to have a conversation with the person. You have to want to actively get to know this person that you said hi or hello or hey, you know? For me, I when when I match with you, it's because I actively want to talk to you. I actively want to try to get to know you. And there was something about you that I found physically attractive because call it like it is, physical attraction is a huge thing. You need to be attracted to the person that you're trying to form a romance with. A lot of people go, "Oh, I don't need physical attraction," but you probably still do need emotional attraction. I don't know anybody who has zero, absolutely zero attraction for someone. No physical attraction, no emotional attraction, no nothing. And they make a relationship from it. I'm sure it happens, but I personally never seen that. There's always something that attracts you to the opposite person. It's not always looks. It could be how they dress. It could be the things they like. But there is something that attracted you to that person. So for me, I definitely want mutual attraction, and then I want communication. I want open-mindedness, and I want you to be kind. Just be a kind fucking human being. A foreign concept for most. I feel like all of those things are a foreign concept. People rarely know how to communicate. They're very rarely open-minded, and there is not enough kind people. There just isn't. Alright, so if Jaded Rose loaded, I'm just like, part of me is just like, oh, I'm so glad I came to Club Cottontale. Especially because my friend that I did hit up, they're probably sleeping or working or something, so, um, yeah, they haven't even opened the message, so it's just me, myself, and I. You know what? I think we're gonna listen to some music if technology allows. Sometimes it works really, really well. Other times it's like, you know what? No. I love this song so much. I don't even know what it is about it. It's like it's probably a mixture of a lot of things. The beat, what she's saying. I like him. I like him too. Like I don't know. It's got to be the beat. Abiso. Damn, such a short song. Bro, that was like not even 2 minutes. What a short song. Well, listen to it again. Shit. Cheers to anyone that is having their first toke of the day with me. This toke will either solidify that I'll be able to catch more Z's, or it will wake me up. I'm still having an anxiety attack. Um, it's not as bad as it was when I wasn't in Club Cottontale, but I am still having one. And we're trying to keep it from turning into a panic attack. We don't want a panic attack. So we are doing everything we can to keep it, I mean, really, to keep it as an anxiety attack and then eventually go away. It's here. We don't want it to go here. We want it to stay here or go down. Um, I don't know. It doesn't help that there's no one, like, I got Blue Bear. Luckily, he's a physical thing. When I don't feel like I can hear Blue Bear up here, I can see Blue Bear and I can talk to him, and it's different. Which he is looking so fucked up in the viewfinder because of this. It's like messing with his head. And then he's holding. There we go. That that makes the difference. But yeah, you can see the tail. But we have Lewis, the sea otter. He's chilling here with Blue. Can't see his face. His face is over. Wow, his face is literally being cut off. It's like he's looking all cute. You can't see him. But I have Blue Bear. Always have Blue Bear. Like, especially lately. Like, there's so much messing with me. I'm still really trying to process that my ex-husband is married already. Like I was actively trying to process him being engaged, and then he just went and got married, and it's like, whoa. It's crazy. Thunder. Sorry, my vida. Why did he tell her? Umbrella grabs the umbrella. Do you understand? 7-foot frame, rats along his back. When he calls your name, it all fades to black, and he sees your dreams, beasts on your screams. We don't talk about Bruno, no, no, no. That all my hair would disappear. Now look at my head. Oh, music and Club Cottontale, how you fill my soul with joy. I'm thankful for you and what you bring. Cheers to all that is my club of Cottontails. I motherfucking love you. This weed I got, it medicates, but it has got some of the worst earthy taste ever. It just like it like lingers. And if I'm being completely honest, I think that when I put my, because this is lemon pound cake, and I feel like when I put my crumble on top, which is some lemon granita, I feel like it adds to the taste. So maybe that's the lemon that I'm tasting. Oh, I can't wait till I get my next tattoos. I mean, it's going to be in an area that's not super visible. Like, it's going to be so different when I eventually get my tattoos that are here and here. Like, when I do meetings, you'll be able to see those portions a lot. But I'm very excited. March 5th, I have my next tattoos planned. I'm getting two. Um, they're going to be about 4 to 5 inches tall on my arm, right here and right here. The left arm is going to get Sailor Elsa. I am getting Elsa, Queen Elsa from Arendelle, rendered as a Sailor Scout. Shout out to all the Moonies out there. If you love Sailor Moon, can I get a yeah? I was gonna be like, can I get a? But you know, well, actually, you could. You totally. There's the peace sign emoji. But anyways, my favorite is Sailor Jupiter, and I will be getting my favorite Sailor Scout right here. However, she will not be in her traditional Sailor Scout outfit. She's not even going to be in a Sailor Scout outfit at all. She is going to get done up as a Playboy bunny, and I am so stoked to see Sailor Jupiter done up as a Playboy bunny, and I'm so excited to see Elsa rendered as a Sailor Scout. Like, I'm excited. It's the sort of thing that I will be for surely sharing those tattoos in a Sailor Moon group I'm in. Um, very, very, very stoked to share them. Even though it'll only be the outlines, initially, it will be a lot different when the color is put on them. But yeah, I'm so stoked. Like, I'm ridiculously stoked. Oh, I gotta love that herbage. It's like a morning coffee to me. People like to know like what a person drinks in the morning. Water. 99.9% of my liquid intake is water. Um, Either in the form of spring or purified water or in the form of bubbly water. Um, I say 99.9% because the little 0.1% I drink chocolate milk. I for surely drink chocolate milk. It's not even, it's fake chocolate milk. It's not cow's milk, it's silk milk. I drink chocolate nut milk. But yeah, that's it. Like, I very rarely drink something else. Like, sometimes I'll have like a random snack. Like, I'm a little disappointed in myself if I'm being completely honest because I had a soda, and now I can't say that, I've gone all of 2022 without having a soda, because, fucking, like, 2 days ago or whatever we had one. I'm disappointed in myself. I wish I could have been more mindful to not have done that. Um, but it is what it is. One thing with me is I definitely am an emotional eater, and when I had the soda, it was along with a fast food meal. Like, I knew I shouldn't have been eating any of it in general, but we did. It is what it is. We can still get 11 months without those things. Um, But I may even allow myself to have it every so often. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I don't drink coffee or tea. Oh, that's something else I drink. I do drink tea from time to time, but I don't really do it in the morning. Like some sometimes I'll have a hot cocoa. I'm trying to think, have I actually had hot cocoa for breakfast? Or was that just a thought? Because sometimes I'll think about having something and then I don't. Maybe it's like 95% of my liquid intake is just water. Because I do drink other stuff every once in a while, other than chocolate milk. Because I do have hot chocolate sometimes and tea. Um, I do like hot apple cider, but I've been steering away from that. Oh yeah, we're using, well, my daughter calls her Queen Fishy, but it's so cute because I call her Princess Fishy. So I think it's so cute that my daughter calls her Queen Fishy. But she had wanted me to put the tomato. She thought it was so cute that I could throw the tomato face. But we're going to reload Princess Fishy so it will give us back the emote that we want to have right there. But I definitely am going to be using our Princess Fishy. And this should have updated now. So we have some more things that we can work on. Because, like this, that was never going to happen. This was becoming exceedingly difficult to find. Obviously we were able to do all the other ones. But now we have week 8. And oh, is the little creature on the vending machines called Lana? Like llama, but with an N? That's cute. And then we have Glombo's blowhole. We gotta glide off of that, which will be cool. Ooh, destroy different types of cacti. Okay. And then restore health. These are like some super one. I don't quite know what this one is, but um, I could do that and it will tell me. No, oh Jeebus. No, wrong, wrong. Cancel, 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 and god damn. Okay, well, oh, wait, did it pin it and put it at top? Yep, it did. Okay. Talk to Haven, Shanta, or Galactico. Okay, we just have to talk to them. That's super simple. Anyways, I'm gonna finish my first toke of the day. Um, like, I'd actually thought about just doing, a meeting via the tripodage, and just do like a morning toke sesh, but I actually wanted to play Fortnite. That's why we chose to do it this way. But I just hope that regardless of what the day holds, we can just like keep it moving. It's just now after 8 o'clock. I have 2 hours before I can even attempt to hit up my friend. Um, for one, she doesn't really get up until 9, 10 o'clock on Saturdays, but she did just have a surgery yesterday. And I would rather her get some good sleep than, worry about me coming over type of thing. Um, so yeah. I don't think we're gonna go back to bed. I think, at least, I hope that after this meeting we just like get our stretch on, or really like either put music on up here, or if it's like still kind of early and I don't feel like putting music on in the atmosphere, I'll put them in my ears and we'll just, get our stretch on, hopefully move it into a sweat sesh. Um, and then, around 10:30 hit up my booty. I am missing Rainbow Something Fierce. I very much needed my kid-free me time, but I miss her so much. Like it was like I think it's because of the anxiety attack. Like I literally was saying goodbye to her as I'm having an anxiety attack. So like my chest is just killing me at this point. Like ugh. Um but yeah, I'm very glad that, I'll just get to see her tomorrow. Just 30 hours, and I need to enjoy that time as much as possible. That's why I'm glad that we have planned some good solo datery. Even, excuse me, even if it, gets postponed a little bit later, like I prefer to start it around noon. But if it gets pushed to, a few hours later than that, that's okay too. Because Saturday nights I do, it's the one night of the week that I can actually stay up if I wanted to. Sometimes I end up staying up not because I want to, but because the brains just are up. But Saturday night is the one night where if I want to stay up, I can because I don't have to be up at 7 a.m. on Sunday. 7 a.m. is the time like Rainbow's usually up. We've been getting up a little bit later. Like this week, she got up around like 7:30 some of the days. That was fucking nice. Of course, then one of the days she got up at 6:30. She like completely made up for the fact that she'd gotten half hour extra a couple days. Oh, we had a lurker pop in, pop out, moving on about. Goodbye. It's always intriguing. I feel like I hyper notice everything right now because of the anxiety. Yeah, most of the cleaning I plan on doing tomorrow. Like after I get up, like I plan on uh do this sweeping and mopping tomorrow. I might do that today. I don't know. Cleaning is a happy place, but once Rainbow leaves, like I really just don't want to do anything. It's like a part of me just wants to like literally sit in my chair and do nothing or lay in my bed and just stare at the ceiling. Oh boy. I think there is still a pretty good chance that we might try to get some more Z's. I am starting to get hungry though. I should have some chocolate milk. I am very proud of myself. I've been really trying to, just extra use my mindfulness and self-control to get the things that, we want. Oh man, music, I love you. Oh man. Alright, Princess Fishy. Let's finish. I also feel like this stuff is just like so fine that even if I'm being very cautious, it still gets clogged a little bit. Like it's so frustrating. Um, it was a good price. It was $30 for a quarter. Um, which traditionally a quarter is double the like a quarter is usually like 80 bucks. So to get a $30 quarter is pretty good. Um, like getting a $30 eighth is a good deal. So getting a $30 quarter is a good deal. But I now know, like, I feel like the pricing is very accurate because I didn't buy this very long ago and it's already like over half gone. Like, it's kind of ridiculous to me. Oh, goodness. But cheers. Let's continue to get the medicine in us. And then definitely enjoy a match. I think as I wake up and I just kind of like using that mindfulness, you know, helping the anxiety be less and less. I'm so glad that I came here to Club Cottontale though because, it would not be going as smoothly. I mean, it might, but I don't think it would be going as smoothly as it is. Oh, I love my hair so much. It's such a good color. It looks pink more so on camera, but it's just like a super duper light purple, and then it fades into a slightly darker purple just above my roots, and I just feel like it gives such this like wonderful color. I feel like a K-pop star, like especially if I put my hair like this, like an androgynous. Like, is that a guy or a girl? I don't know, but they're adorable. I love that I'm androgynous. I love that I can be a cute boy or a cute girl. And I love that androgyny doesn't necessarily mean, like, oh, you identify as a boy sometimes. Like, no, I 100% identify as a woman, a female, and I'm masculine. Like, I'm just a masculine female. That's like another reason why the character Luisa in the movie Encanto, I love her so much. For one, she's the middle child, but she feels like she has the most pressure. She is a very feminine woman, but is very strong and comes off masculine. Um, yeah, I just, oh, I love her so much. She makes me excited for the goals that I have for myself of, you know, turning, specifically on our arms, turning the fat into muscle. And I'm just very excited. Also the fact that, like, she's the strong one, but she's also loves to dance and relax. Like, there's so much about Louisa that I feel like is me. Like, the only way it could be more is if they gave her glasses. But honestly, I feel a little bit like all three of the sisters, really. Like Isabella, the feeling of always having to be perfect, always having to do certain things a certain way, um, just feeling that pressure. You know, Maribel being quirky and odd and a little bit different from the rest of her family. And then, of course, Louisa. You know, I don't know if it's because I am like if I didn't have DID, I would be an extra person anyways. Like I'd be one of those people that you see walking down the street like, damn, she's extra. But I do think that having DID adds to it. Cause I feel like I can relate to most characters in most things. Just because I have so many different thoughts and feelings within me, and so many different things that I've experienced in my life thus far. Um, Life is so beautiful and crazy. Never give up, though. So messed up. It 100% feels clogged. I didn't put any crumble on it. I would very gingerly put it into the bowl. It was 147% cashed out. So this stuff just like when it grinds up, it just like it even looks like it's a fine powder. It just becomes this consistency that like it packs itself onto itself really easy. So I guess I'm just gonna have to like loosely, even more loosely than I've already been doing. My rainbow is safe. She's at her Fajas. Damn it. There we go. I'm glad that I decided to actually message my Canadian mommy because just like, I don't know, just like, I feel the best way to get through something is to tell someone. That's why like I come here to Club Cottontale, and that's why I sent, her a message, no one else, you know what I mean? Because I know that she's not going to be like, say something like not intentionally say something to make it worse. Like I feel like whenever I tell my mom something, she always just like like her reaction makes it feel worse, you know? It's like, "Mom, you're supposed to be calming me down, not like making it out to, you know what I mean?" Like when I first told my mom about my tummy thing, her first reaction wasn't, "Oh, it could be a hernia." She went into this like crazy story about something that happened to her, and like I didn't need to know this information. For one, like it was just triggering. Like I don't understand why she told me it whatsoever, because it was just like now I have this horrible envisionment of my mother when she was younger, you know what I mean? And it's like instead of being like, oh, just stay mindful and wait for the doctors to give you, answers, she just like goes into this tangent about something that happened to her, and like, oh my god, maybe it's that, and it's like it's literally just a hernia. It's a huge reason why I don't like telling things to people sometimes, because you have to be careful. Like how someone reacts to information you give them can cause the person who told you said information to be even more triggered. So, a lot of times that's why we keep stuff to ourselves, because we don't feel like we can tell anybody, because they're just going to be like, oh, you know. Whereas, like, with her, she was like, oh, noes, but then was like, is there anything that I can do to help? Um, which really her just responding was more help than anything. I'm here in Club Cottontale, this is helping it. But like her responding, less tension off of my heart, less anxiety in my chest. Medicine is helping too. That's one thing, is marijuana is a mood stabilizer for me. So it's 100% medicine in that aspect. Sometimes when I know I'm medicated and I don't necessarily need it, I just want it. So like 5% of the time marijuana is recreational for me, but 95% of the time plus, it's just a beautiful medicine that helps keep everything flowing and keep our anxiety at bay. I do feel like I could actually maybe sleep more, but I don't know. I also am like, I'm so in love with my hair, just the color, the way it looks right now. I'm also really proud of myself because it is choppy and I can see where it's choppy in certain places, but I cut my own hair. And I like, in all actuality, I did a fucking fantastic job for, for one, wearing glasses, so like my peripherals aren't that great, um, and managed to cut it all the way. There's definitely still parts to it that I'm like, ooh, like I basically had to style it a certain way. It had to be cut a certain way and styled a certain way. Um, and even still, I kind of like will feel a part, and I'm like, oh, I just wish this was shorter, But it's very hard to cut the back of your head when you wear glasses and don't have a mirror to really like do it. Like I was going off of the feeling. Like I basically kind of started on the sides, and then once I got it to a certain length, and then evened everything out to that length. Um, it worked out really well. I'm proud of myself. Oh, hey. It's 8:20 a.m., so happy 420 summer. Oh, big stretch. So disappointing. That's clogged the way it is. Hopefully, the next one won't be like that. Alright, Princess Fishy, let's do at least one match. I don't. I would love to sit, honestly, for like the next 4 hours and just play Fortnite, but we can't do that with our hands. Our hands will play maybe one, two, sometimes three. Like, sometimes they're doing really well, but like in the morning, I know it's not going to be that way because we were previously sleeping and laying on our hands in different ways, cutting off circulation. And of course, I failed to wear my sleep braces. I haven't worn my sleep braces in, well, actually, I haven't. I don't think I've worn them all year yet. That's bad. Um, I'm supposed to wear them every night, and I'm pretty sure the last time I wore them was December. This month, January, it felt like it went pretty fast, if I'm being honest. Like, it's already the fucking 29th. You know what I mean? Like, what? There's 31 days in January, so Tuesday. Tuesday is the 1st, February 1st. But it's just like crazy. Like, I feel like the last year, it went slow and fast. 'Cause it definitely feels like I've been here for a long time, but at the same time, it doesn't really feel like I've been here for a year. And, literally, January 30th is when I moved in. And then February 1st was the first month that I paid rent. So it's so crazy that I've been, like, yeah, It's just I have never lived on my own, and there's so many. Damn it! There's so many crazy things, and my brains are on fucking vacation, so like I have barely any inner thought process right now. Fucking sucks. It's like it's like I kind of know what I want to say about what I was talking about, but at the same time, it's like I can't get my brain to do it. Okay, it looks like someone's also coming to talk to this person. Yeah, there's a person running towards. Because the person's right there. I need to make sure to get. Or hopefully get, I should say. Oh, baby, baby. Oh, a fucking mega booby right off the bat. That is what's up. I already destroyed that type. The next type is like a... It's like a purpley. Oh wow, there was a mega booby over here too. Surprised the person came over here and got the ammo, but I didn't take the time to... Damn it. Whew, we got a ways to go. Alright, let's go. That's a tree, not a cactus. I know what cactus it is that they want. Ooh, actually I think that's a different type of cactus right there. Yeah, buddy. Oh good, looks like there's a car here. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, these are the cactuses, the flowers. There's a lot of different types of cactuses, so. There's a Glumbo! Hi, baby! He's so cute. I'm gonna ride on you, okay? Yep, I wanna go up your tail. Ah, come on. Ah, there we go. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Ah, shit. It's not where I wanted to land. Oh, I think they're fighting my... Fuck, they are. Alright, cool. Oh, they didn't kill him. Sweet, sweet, sweet. I was like, they killed my person. Shit. Oh my fucking god, I just threw that. I can't even. My hands are going numb on me. I can't believe I threw a med pack, man. Just like, yeeted that motherfucker. Fuck me. My hands. I can't feel my hands at all. Ah, come on. Definitely can only do the one. I'm amazed she didn't die. Bitch. The fuck you think you doing? I come in hot. You weren't even the person bountying me? Motherfucker. Eh. Wasted all that fucking finger strength on someone that wasn't even fucking trying to kill. Well, I mean, he was trying to kill me, but I thought he was the person. I thought he was the person that had the bounty. I think it's Spider-Man. I think Spider-Man has the bounty. And, yep, someone killed the Spider-Man. Or killed the person doing the bounty in general. Oh, God. Okay. Phew. Apparently I'm getting... Wait. Left one is usually money. The right one is usually... You're getting something in the mail. I already got child support, though, so I don't know what the other itchiness is from. Fighting over there. Just a drop. There's 5 other people, 2 of them fighting over there. 4 other people. Still fighting over there, so there's 2. 1 just died. So 3 other people. Okay, everyone's over there, so... Fighting over to the left. There's 1. Okay, so there's 1 person. And then the 2 people are fighting. So that's everyone. There's 1, and the other guy is in there, so... I wish you would stop breaking that. Okay. Okay, we got 1 here, and 1 that went down by the water. A person's hiding behind that tree. They're not shooting at my NPC. Now they are. This is gonna become pure insanity. Because I'm pretty sure Homeboy's still in that tower, right? Or are they both going for my NPC? Okay, Homeboy's not in there. All you need is 1. Oh, I had 5. Oh, okay. Well, all you need is one and then four others. Oh, and they had a crown. Yay! Okay, that was amazing. I have to pee. That was amazing. My poor hands like were not doing too well, but the fact that my NPC I bought at the beginning lasted me till the end game, and that actually helped in a lot of the distraction. I managed to kill both people in the top two, um, and took my win. So that was fantastic. Like fantastic. Oh my goodness. 87 solo wins. YOLO, we running solo. And we got some battle stars. So I think we have enough too. Yeah, buddy. Hey, she's so cool. Aw, don't you look kind of cute with them wings? Harlow, reality is what you make it. Yeah, I dig her shaggy hair, the fucking like super smoky makeup all the way across. Like I dig it. I dig it. And we're getting that much closer to Spider-Man. I already know my daughter's pretty excited for mommy to unlock Spider-Man, and it was so cute. I was like, what's fun this one? She's like, oh, Black Spider-Man. Like she was just like, oh man, she loves Spider-Man. She loves most superheroes, but especially Spider-Man and Batman. Which for me, Batman is literally, I would consider Batman probably my favorite hero. Um, so just for her to enjoy Batman as well is pretty fantastic. Okay, those are dope. It's like a very fancy, what's that called? Little handheld tridents. I can't think of the name of it right now. I'm still, yeah. In all honesty, a little taken back that I got the win with my hands acting up the way they were acting up, and uh, like yeah, that was awesome. Like I literally got to the end with my NPC still with me. Like she helped in, yeah, that was awesome. But order of operations, I'm not going to be able to play another match, so that ain't happening. But we are going to reload Jaded Rose. I'm definitely not going to be going back to bed. It's almost 9 o'clock. Um, I would rather get a really good stretch in, at least stretch. I might not do a sweat sesh, but I do need to stretch before um, I go to my friend's house, which hopefully, I'm hoping that when I hit her up, all things are good and she's like, yeah, come on through type of thing. Um, because I really would like to kind of get the errands done quickly so then I can just enjoy my day. I'm very much excited to get all dolled up and um, have like my snacks laid out, make myself a nice little meal, and making the meal is a lot of the fun too. Um, Especially because I have only used the pan that I have a few times, and I've been using the big one where like I cooked. Did I cook the steaks in that? Yeah, the last time I cooked two steaks at once. Um, this time I think I want to do one at a time and test out the small pan. It will take a little bit longer, but I think that it will be better for an even cooking on each steak. Like I just really want to make sure that this date is done very properly and everything exactly the way that I want it, because this week was just like difficult on many realms. um Getting ghosted mid conversation, and then just like flakiness with like, oh, Lady Voldemort might come, Lady Voldemort might not come, and then like preparing for that, and ugh. So, and then I also, my period is coming, so with the looming baby box booming, my body is having PMS, which for me is always a little bit different. Sometimes it's kind of the normal mood swings, but for me, I always have mood swings, so it's like hellacious, like really, 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 really intense mood swings, or I just feel weird and odd, like just something feels off and I don't quite know what it is. That is the PMS. That's been the PMS this month. Just like wicked odd feeling and not really knowing. Like I still feel like it. That's why I'm at this point I'm like 99 or like 95% sure that it's my PMS. You know what I mean? I'm still like a little skeptical because like when you just feel weird and odd all the time, like that's how I usually just feel weird. Like I'm a weird person. However, sometimes it's just like an extra odd feeling and it's just like all right, let's try to get this loaded without clogging it. I think it's nearly impossible because this is very much cashed out properly. It has a good airflow and everything, just like the last time. And I just like, it's like what the fuck. I'm gonna go ahead and put up my extra extra. Read all about it. Extra extra. Read all about it. Here in Club Cottontale, we have reached over 1,013 VIPs. That means that this motherfucker right here, formerly Amber motherfucking Lewis, you know and love me as Cottontale's Mooiisstt. We have been playing the Amnesia series, the Amnesia collection, whatever you want to call it. 3 immersive horror games, living nightmares, as Google put it. We have done the first one. Dark Descent, Into the Dark Descent. I forget the exact name, but it's Dark Descent. And then just Justine. And then next is the Machine of Pigs or something like that. Not super looking forward to it, but at the same time I am, because once we attempt, we're done. And we don't have to go back to it ever again. um Now, because today is my solo date day and I do have some errands that I have to do outside of the house, there is a good chance, like it's still kind of like this, but there's a good chance that the Amnesia series won't happen this weekend. So, last weekend we did Justine, and then the weekend before that was the first one. A part of me is like, oh no, 3 weekends in a row, boom, 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 done. But it might be boom, boom, take a little break, and then boom, done, because you have to go on what the day's festivities are. Um, We shall see. It might even be the sort of thing that, like, if my friend is like, oh, it'll be better, like, afternoon, because I'm hoping that I can, like, go be to her house by 11 and be back here by noon, is my hope. You know what I mean? But maybe she's like, afternoon's a little bit better. In that case, what I'll probably do is after my stretch, because either way, after this meeting that we're doing right now, I'm going to stretch because I have to do some errands which involve walking, so I need to stretch. But after that, if I'm not able to go do those errands right away, maybe we'll play Amnesia. Just knock it right out the fucking ballpark and never have to worry about it ever again. Ooh, I literally just watched it, like, fall into the hole. Like, I'm loading Jaded Rose right now, and I literally just watched, like, sprinkles of it go into. Oh, man. Well, I did it as lightly as I could, even lighter than the last time, which I felt like the last time I did great, I thought, but apparently no. I am going to put a little crumble on it, though, just because it's going to be a hot moment before I toke again. It will probably be, let's see, it's 9 o'clock now. It probably won't be until, like, 10:30, around the time that I hit my friend up. I'll probably, have a little toke then. But for one, I need to just kind of keep my mood stabilized, because a lot of my mood stabilizing, it's when I'm feeling unstable, it keeps me unmotivated from doing things that I want to do. So, I may want to do a stretch and a sweat sesh, but I'll just be completely unmotivated with it. So, that's why I really appreciate my medicine, because, something as simple as toking a bowl can motivate me to do different things is such a beautiful, beautiful thing. Okay, go ahead and put up our 420. Breathe and achieve. Content needed. Great title, let me just say. No, I still have a little bit of my Rainmaker crumble, but I think I want to save that little bit and do like a mixture bowl later on when I'm like in the midst of my date with myself, and I have like my steaks and all my food and stuff laid out, and I have Deadpool on my screen, and I'm in my Deadpool outfit. Possibly some Deadpool makeup. I haven't fully decided on that yet, but I just want to, when I'm sitting down for the official date, then I have a bowl where it's a mixture, maybe even a mixture of two different buds and then the two different crumbles, just like a beautiful mixed deliciousness that we'll enjoy later on by myself. Because a good portion of, like, I would say today's like a half date day. Because right now, I wouldn't consider this the date portion at all. Um, Whereas our first date of the year, we made it a date day. This one, I would say it's more like a date evening. Like, I definitely plan on afternoon into evening is my date. Dinner, movie, um, potentially some more gaming. You know, the best part about solo date days is that they're some of the best ones because you know exactly what you want, So, I mean, your date day could be laying in your bed surrounded by blankets, napping. That could be a date day, a solo date day. You know what I mean? Shit, I know people who are in romantic relationships and will do dates like that. Like, we're having a nap date. A date is just anything that makes you feel good. It's something that takes you away from life for a moment. It's something that makes you feel special. It's something that helps you to appreciate life when otherwise, life is just full of shit. There is a lot of shit in life. But there's so many beautiful things amongst the shit, and that's why we have to do our best to see that. Like I always say that, we have a life's rainbow. And shit is constantly coming at our rainbow, and we have to clean it off. You have like a windshield wiper. That's your mindfulness, is just keeping shit off your rainbow. Well, sometimes the windshield wipers slow, sometimes it stop. Either way, the shit builds up on our rainbow, right? But we have to clean it off. I do my best to not let it stop. Sometimes it gets real slow, but I would like to think that in the last 10 years of utilizing my mindfulness, it doesn't stop anymore. It 100% stopped when I was in my 20s, all the time. Um, it gets real slow now. It definitely gets really slow, but it does not stop. We always keep going. We always use our mindfulness and determination to get us through each and every moment of each day, of each week, of each month, of each year, of each decade. We are just living life and doing it the best that we know how, and flowing at our flow, and then other people will flow into it, and it just goes. Oh, I need to lotion my hands, especially because we're not going to be playing anymore. My eczema has been acting up something fierce, so I need to lotion the phalanges. But if I was going to be gaming, I wouldn't really want to put lotion on it because it makes it a little bit more difficult to hold the controller. But we one and done. That's all my wrist can handle. Which, it was such a great match. I got 5 fucking kills. 2 of them were in the top 3. Like, I killed the other 2 people to take the fucking victory royale, and he had a fucking crown, so it was a crown victory royale, which is extra sexy. I just love that my first crown, my first crown victory of the season was literally my very first match I played this season, and I like didn't even I like was like, oh, what's this? I was like, oh, what's this? And then I won, and I was like, oh, what's this? Like, oh man. And I love that it was in a Club Cottontale meeting. That definitely adds to it. Like, at any point in time, I can go back and live that moment again. That's a huge reason why I enjoy making my content, is that I am the top viewer of my content. The stuff that I produce in my channel is 100% for me. If other people enjoy it, fantastic. But it wasn't made for you. It was made for me. And I love watching my content. It makes me feel good. I get to reminisce. Especially like some meetings, those are the last images of my kitty cat Naomi. I can go back and I can see her. Um, I love that it's just like archives of my life in different bits. And I really love that it is like therapy, and it is a tool to help me to maintain my mindfulness and help desensitize myself to different triggers. And really, it's just a platform that I utilize in a way to help me mentally and physically, and I love it so much. I love that I can go back and I can look at a meeting, and I literally am just like sitting and watching myself, and I'm just like, yes, bitch. I'm like, yes. And then I start crying because like I needed to hear that. Like I love myself so much. I love that I am my own muse, and I can admit that it's hard to balance both physical and mental, and in the past I'd always focused on physical and never really the mental. Now I have a good balance, but lately I have been really focusing on the mental more than the physical. There's been some physical aspects that have gone a little wayward, but they're still both up there. And whereas I don't want either of them to falter, I'm kind of glad that the one that faltered was the physical versus the mental, because when the mental falters, it can cause the physical to falter too. Whereas, like, my mental is affected a little bit by the physical giving up, but not nearly as much if it was on the other side of it. So, I'm my muscles may not be as strong, but my brain is. So I love that quote by Louisa in the movie Encanto. She's like, I may not be as strong, but I'm getting wiser. And I just, like, I felt that so intensely because, like, I'm definitely not physically as strong as I used to be, but I'm gonna get back to there. But even aside from that, like, my mental strength is so immaculante. I'm just so thankful. And it's just like, oh, man. I think I might have to watch Encanto at some time today. Like, without my mental brain power, there's no way I would have even came here to Club Cottontail to have this delicious meeting that helps us get into a natural flow. Like, I love it. I love it so much. And I love that I'm just always going to make my content the way that I make my content and be me. You know, I'm going to always utilize this the way that I need to. Um, One day, maybe one day, sometime in the future, we'll have a more consistent conversation. But I don't, I don't really think so because in my real life, my life is a bunch of introverts. I'm mainly by myself a lot of the times. I don't really have people that like hit me up to make conversation. I tend to be the one to hit them up. You know, I don't have a lot of people that I consistently talk with. I only have one person that I kind of consistently talk with, and they live so far away, you know, and I don't text them every single time I have an issue, you know. It would be nice to have someone that I felt comfortable doing that exact thing with. You know, I am glad that I have someone that I can reach out to when it's overwhelming, but like she can't come over. You know, and a huge thing for me is that I don't need someone to talk to. It's I resort to that because I can't get someone to come hang out with me in person. So I then go for the next alternative, which is trying to get people to talk. So being that I have a lot of introverted, a lot of lurking type of friends in real life, it only makes sense that my channel is going to be like that. It just makes sense. I don't like it. It benefits my desensitization of being triggered, so that's a plus on that. But otherwise, fuck you for like being more of a lurking community because you know it would be nice to actually have people to consistently talk to. Like I feel like the only time in my life where I really truly had a consistent onslaught of people to talk to was when I wasn't being myself 100%. And that's kind of a shitty realization for me because I truly feel that you should always be yourself. You make the best relationships that way, and that's still true. I just don't have very many, you know. Um, Definitely when I would just let whatever amber was suitable for the situation come out, I had more people to hang out with. I got invited to things more often. But when I started being more myself and setting those boundaries, like, you know, I don't want to go hang out just to hang out. Because I did that a lot. Um, a lot. I don't do that. I haven't for a long time, but um, most people still remember me as that, you know, they remember me 10 to 15 years ago, and I am nothing like I was 10 to 15 years ago. I'm nothing like I was 6 years ago, you know? The person that I was in 2013 and the person I am now are so. They're similar, but they're so fucking different. So fucking different. You know, 2013 Amber thought that a red flag could still be fixed. You could still help someone with their red flags. The only person that can help a person with a red flag is themselves. Like, if a person is a pathological liar, the only person that can help them to stop lying is themselves. If a person drinks every day, the only person that can help to stop that drinking is themselves. So, you can't do anything to change a red flag, so you shouldn't. You shouldn't turn these red flags into mauve flags, into pink flags, into blush flags. You stop doing that. And, you know, 2013 Amber did that. She turned red into pink, and that's how a lot of the fuckery happened in those years. A lot of goodness, always gonna have goodness. Like, that's just how life is. There's shit, and there's goodness. Always gonna have both. That's why we try to focus on the goodness. Like, there's a lot of shit from the last few years, but the goodness being is all the knowledge that I've gained, the growth and evolution within myself, and the people around me, and then also my daughter. So, I almost feel like the knowledge is like the cherry on top, and the sundae is my daughter. The true goodness from everything that came from the relationship that was Voldemort is Amber Jr., the most amazing person ever. Cheers to Amber Jr. But yeah, and cheers to anyone that happens to be hanging out here in my club of Cottontales. This is simply just a place for me to be 100% me, and it helps me mentally and physically along the way. Cheers. It is just after 9 a.m., so good motherfucking morning from me to you, but of course, good afternoon and good evening to all the wonderful Cottontales around the world. We've mainly just had some lurkers. In all honesty, I don't think any of them were returning lurkers. I think they were all new people. I feel like returning lurkers tend to watch a little bit longer because they actually want to see or hear what I'm talking about. But really, I don't know. I could literally have 100 people watching me right now incognitally, and I wouldn't know. I won't know until the end when I see the playback. I saw three numbers pop in, so there's at least three. But if there's like five or six, it's like, okay, we had some incognito people. And then it tells me how long. So like when I have a meeting where seemingly it's zero the whole time, but when it ends, it says that I had three congruent viewers for 15 minutes at a time. It's like, oh, I had lurkers. I had some incognito lurkers. Awesome. So hi. Hi, you guys. The freakiest one was like one time it was zero the whole time. And it was only like a 2-hour meeting, but the playbacks were something like 30 or some shit. I was like, what? I was like, I was a little offended because 30 people pop in and it was like a consistent viewing of like 10 minutes. So it's like at least a half of those people watch me for 10 minutes at a time. It's like, you didn't say hello. Like, but to each their own. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, fuck. That was a delicious. Mm. We loaded that one just right. Thankfully. Man. So much on the brain. It's like a just constant go, go, go. But that's okay. It's still so crazy that we're coming up on February, like just about a month until my tattoo. Next month is not only Valentine's Day, best holiday ever, but the 21st is my surgery referral for my hernia. Um, get all that figured out. I forgot to ask Voldemort. I have to ask him tomorrow. I need to see how long, like, he, in order for him to request time off to watch Rainbow so I can recover from my surgery, I have to find out, like, how far out I need to plan that. Because I know you at least need a month to request time off from work, but I think his is like 2 months or something like that. I don't know. There's lots of things about Voldemort that I just like purged because we don't want to think about him any more than we have to. And considering we share a child, obviously I end up thinking about him a lot more. But we're doing good, I feel like we grow each and every day, and you know, I do feel like the universe has something really awesome planned for me this year. Not entirely sure what it is. Hoping it's romanticness in some way, or maybe like a new friend who's actually an extrovert. So like every weekend they're like, "Hey, bitch, what you up to?" And I'm like, "You already know, nothing." They're like, "You want to hang out?" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I do." Like I miss having a friend like that. I am that friend, but like I don't hit my friends up like that anymore because it gets see, I'm giving myself an anxiety attack. I can feel the tension in my chest now because it hurts when you're constantly reaching out to someone and you can never seemingly get them to hang out with you. Like I have Christmas presents that I bought the second week of December still sitting in my cave to give to someone. And I have hit this person up many times to do the presents. I'm no longer going to hit them up. I just like it's at a certain point I have to stop because it's hurting me. Like you have to understand another person's sort of challenges, and that's why I hit up a lot of my friends more so than they hit up me. But at the same time, you have to understand mine, and none of them really do, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating that they, don't seem to realize that like you're struggling, I am too. Like you view me as like a stronger person than you, but I'm still going through my own things, and it especially frustrates me when I tell them about it. Like there is some friends who know what I went through, and it just feels like it went in one ear and out the other, and it's like it makes you just want to stew and keep it to yourself. And then I had another friend that's like, oh, I figured you would hit me up if you needed me, and I'm like, oh, okay, even though I literally said that it would be nice if you hit me up every once in a while, and they were like, oh, I just figured you got through it, so it's like, yeah, I did get through it, but in the moment, like if you catch the person in the moment, say something. Even if you don't catch them in the moment, still say something. Just be mindful of how you word it. I don't know. I don't think there's enough mindful people who know how to communicate in this world, or at least not that I've met. What I do find is that people who tend to kind of like live the lifestyle that I have, I guess, they don't know how to communicate. They can't have intelligent conversations. And that's because they seem to think that my lifestyle is like, oh, she's just a stoner chick who likes to smoke all the time. Yeah, no, 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 nope. I have one thing that is like marijuana that's not actually my marijuana, and that's a pot leaf necklace that I bought for like $1, and I was just like, oh my god, this is $1? I'm like, well, I'm gonna get it. You know what I mean? Like, I can wear it on 420 and in my meetings if I do a meeting on 420 type of thing. But literally, that's the only thing. Like, I look around my room, and there's a pot leaf necklace. That's the only thing that even remotely screams stoner in my room. And then my very neat, well put together tray. And this is why, like, I was having this discussion with my mom the other day, is that, my cover seems like very basic of my book, but then you open my pages and it's like, whoa! And it's why you don't judge a book by its cover. Because when you judge a book by its cover, you miss out on what inside content could be. And, people always assume so many things about me, but then the people who actually take the time to get to know me, they're just like, I've literally had some people go, people are wrong about you, and I'm like, huh? They're like, oh, just some people talk about things. I'm like, well, I don't really listen to that sort of thing. They're like, that's good on you. They're like, my point being is that I'm glad that I took the time to get to know you and I didn't let someone's wrong view of you determine if I was going to talk to you or not. And I'm like, thank you. That means that you're an open-minded individual who saw a connection and wanted to flourish it. You weren't like we're human, so we judge, but you were being mindful to not take that judging so far as to just not get to know a person. I will literally try to get to know just about anybody. If I feel some kind of a connection, I will say hello. I will try to get to know you. If I feel wishy-washy already, probably not going to. It is difficult for me because I have social anxiety, so no matter what, when someone tags me, it gets my anxiety going. When someone sends me a message, it gets my anxiety going. And the frustrating part is people are like, oh my god, I don't want to do that to you. So then they just don't message me. And I'm like, I'm like, I was just sharing something with you. I'm not saying don't message me because of this. Like, I'm just sharing it with you. Like, really kind of hate that. And that's happened a lot in my life where people don't want to do something because they're like, oh, this could trigger you. Oh, this could that. This could that. I'm like, how about just let me experience it? And if it triggers me, it triggers me. If you, like, the thing is that you don't want to deal with a panic attack. You don't want to deal with something that might come of it. Most of the time, people don't even know I'm dealing with something because I deal with a lot of stuff internally. And I'm very mindful and not the person I was a decade ago. And I think a lot of people still, like, even more than a decade ago, because a decade ago I was 25. And that was when I really started, like, at 25, I had already come to the end of my gender and sexual realizations. You know, there was so much personal growth from the age of 24 to 26. So like 25, I was just like in constant evolution. That's the only way that I'm exactly the same way that I was 10 years ago. But really it's like people are viewing me what I was 15 years ago. You know, they're looking at the 20-year-old. That's the person they knew, and I am nothing like I was when I was 20, other than the fact that I still have DID and a mood disorder and post traumatic stress disorder and all the other stuff that I deal with, you know? I have all that stuff, but how I handle it and how I strive through my challenges, way different. Um, and that's why, like, I'm not super sad that, like, I have a really tiny social circle. Like, I am sad, but I'm not sad because the people that I do have, um, it's almost like when we hang out, it's like no time has passed, and that's beautiful. So, you know, whereas I wish that I talked to the person every day, or I wish people responded back to my text messages more timely manner, um, you know, I have people in my life. I may not get to see or talk to them all the time, but I have people. And I do have, like, you know, my Canadian friend. You know, she got back to me in a timely manner, and she always does. So even just having one person that I can go to when I'm feeling overly anything, you know, um, and just knowing they'll be there for me. And same thing with her. You know, that's one thing that makes me feel so good. And I even told her that I said, thank you for reaching out to me when you needed someone. Because that is like the most difficult thing to do when you are so deep within something, especially when you're a strong person. Like, you're really mindful and you do really good of not getting to certain points. So when you get to that point where you're like, fuck, I need help, like, it's so hard to reach out. So I'm really thankful that she reached out, and I'm thankful that, you know, this morning I sent her a message, and, you know, she even asked me, like, you know, what can I do to help and things like that. And I just is very appreciative, you know, just knowing that she's there is all I need. Like, I have a person that I can message every day and she'll respond that day. It may not be immediate, you know, but she will respond that day. Um, she is the only friend like that. And that's not throwing shade at my other friends because they know my other friends know how they are. Okay. So it is not throwing shade at them whatsoever. You know, I can text some of my friends and I will never hear back from them. I'll hear back like a week later like, "Oh my god, I just got this," or you know, something of that nature. Or they like literally will be like, "I looked at it, thought I responded and didn't." You know, I've done that before. So, you know, I love them. I do my best to not let that, you know, affect me on a deeper level because I'm not holding it against you. Like, I understand. But it's nice that I have a person who does respond back to me in a timely manner. And, like, if they don't respond, it's because they can't or they're busy in their life. Same thing with me. You know, that's how I am. So it's just nice to have someone that's similar to myself. It just sucks they're so far away. It's the sort of thing, like, if they lived even an hour away from me, the days where I don't have Rainbow and they don't have their kids, they would be coming over and we'd be hanging out, you know? Um, so it's like, I have that type of friend. She's just so far away, you know? And I've never met her. I've actually never met her in real life. And, you know, it definitely gives me a little bit of anxiety because I had a similar relationship with hashtag money, but it's different. And in a huge way, it's different is whenever I would want to talk about something, hashtag Manny pulled away. And I used to think that that was just like her way of doing something and she would come back, but sometimes she just like pulls away and basically wants to pretend like it didn't happen. And things happen. You have to acknowledge it, you have to talk through it. And one thing I like about, you know, Mommy Kayla is that she we've butt heads. Like when you get people that are very similar, you're gonna butt heads. But the talking through it, knowing that your relationship is still good, and if you feel like it might not be, you ask. Um, so I love it. I love that I have that. She's just not in proximity to where she can come over. I already know that the next relationship that I have, that's going to be one where I talk to the person every day. I get to see them more frequently, maybe once a week, but definitely once a month. That's going to be a romantic prospect, or an actual romantic relationship. I already know that. Like, the chances of me making a friend who is more extroverted, it's just very slim. I'm 35 and I have made a lot of friends in my lifetime. And I'm trying to think of some friends who are like friends that I hung out with on a consistent basis, because I have casual friends who are extroverts, but they're casual friends. So they're not necessarily going to think of me when they want to hang out. Um Immediate close friends? None. I have one that's has extroverted tendencies, but they're an introvert. All of my friends are introverts. Even my newest friend Leah, she definitely is a very sociable person, but she's more so the sociable person, like lots of people hit her up and she'll respond. That's more of an introvert, you know? Um, so, yeah. It's like introverts just flock to me, man. I don't know what it is other than the fact that I'm an extrovert. Like, do I have a giant sign on my head that says extrovert seeking introvert? Because it's not. It should say extrovert seeking extrovert. Just and I would love someone who doesn't deal with social anxiety. So then, they have that one urge to go do things, but without that perpetual like ness of like, no, you don't. Because that's what I have. Like, I love going on hikes and doing fun things. The thought of doing it by myself kind of like might sound enjoyable. Kind of difficult for me to figure out how to get to certain places. Public transportation is just not something I'm ready to try to dabble back in yet. And, finding rides can be hard, so it leads me to walking, and my legs are not the best, so it can be more difficult, but just like I'd love to go just walk around the mall and people watch, or just, all of these things. Um, but it'd be nice if I had a person to do it with, because you know, if they're mobile, or even if they're not mobile, then they can do the bus. They can get me on the bus. Like I've been mentioning how been trying to get my friend, my sissy wolf over, because she doesn't like public transportation, but she hasn't had any super triggering things like I've had. Like I had a full on panic attack on a bus the last time I rode a bus. So she hasn't had that sort of thing. So us together, we could do it, but by ourselves, no fucking way. But alas. So I already know that the next person that will be like that will be um, romantic prospect. Blue tells me all the time. He's like, you're gonna have it. You just gotta stay true to yourself, be you, and we'll get those. The good morning text, the good night text, the how's your day going? I'm just working text. Every so often, like I have, um, a friend, Cactus Daddy, she asked me how I was doing, but even still, like, she asked me how I was doing, and no, I haven't heard from her in a few days, type of thing. Like, but at least she asked, no one usually asks. I always get the, like months in between, like, oh, I'd been thinking about you, and it's like, well, why didn't you message me? And like, oh, got things got to going or whatever. You want to know what happens when I think about someone? I message them. I don't just think about them. I don't just think about messaging them. I go, I thought of this person. I'm going to message them. That's why I want someone like me in my life. Someone who thinks that sort of thing. Not all my lovely, wonderful, beautiful, introverted friends. I spend a lot of time alone for someone who enjoys people. And see, it's like, this weekend I don't want to see people, and I get like that. That's why, like, most of the time it's really easy to just do my life because I do really enjoy my alone time. I love being by myself. So I get a lot of that anyways. But it's like I almost want to go like have a life where it's like I have so much people hitting me up that I have to be like, no, sorry, I'm just taking a me day today, you know. But I don't have that, it's the feeling of, I don't have people to hang out with so often that even on a weekend where I don't want to see people, I'm still like longing. Like, whereas I don't want to see anyone today, I'd like to, message, have someone here to chat with me, especially now that Club Cottontale and just talking has gotten the anxiety. Like, there's still a little pinch, still a little bit of anxiety, but I wouldn't define this as an anxiety attack. So we successfully, we had been mindful to keep our anxiety attack from turning into a panic attack, and now we've successfully turned it from just into anxiety from the anxiety attack. So I'm proud of myself. I'm so thankful for Club Cottontail. It's 9:30 here in about an hour. Message my friend and hopefully be able to get them errands done because I really would like to be back here in my cave by noon. Probably like watch something or listen to music while I make my steaks. Um, and then get dressed. Decide if I want to do makeup because everything I'm making can be reheated really easily. So I can like almost like it's a meal prep in a way. But I don't know. I may do the two types of dates where the first one's a little bit more casual and then the second one I get a little bit more fancy. We shall see. Oh, fuck. Oh. I wish that my hands would be able to do another match because I do still want to play Fortnite, but as much as they were going numb that first match, I definitely need to wait to play more until after I stretch everything out. Oh man, so my nails are getting so long. My eczema's been acting up a little bit, so this one, my middle nails always kind of curl in. That one you can't see as much. This one you can. Actually, on the viewfinder it doesn't show up as much. Cool. I kind of like that because when I look at it, it's completely like curved on my finger, but in the viewfinder it doesn't show up as much as I think it would. But my natural nails, I feel like you can tell a lot by a person by their natural nails. Like I I feel like they really kind of show you the health of a person. My nails very nice, but they're brittle. very much for myself. You know, my mental state is something that it is pretty brittle. You know, that's one way that Voldemort was able to do what he did to me is because of my fragile mental state. Most people don't view me that way because I'm just such a strong individual. Um, but yeah, so it's kind of very fitting that they're just like super beautiful, oh, seemingly perfect, but they're very brittle and very like I can't let them grow too long because they'll just start to break. You know, my eczema causes this to fold on itself, but they're very thin. My nails are very thin. My thumbs are a bit stronger, but they're still like they're stronger, but they're still bendable. Like I've always had pretty fucking weak nails, which is crazy because you know most people would they view me as being a very strong person, but I have a lot of mental health challenges, and whereas like I don't really view it as a weakness, it is weak. Like in comparison of things like I have moments where I just feel completely down and out, and um, feels like nothing's going to bring me out of it. And then every day on a consistent basis, I have to be very mindful to just keep a positive disposition on a lot of things. Medicine helps. Being physically active helps. My mindfulness is the main thing that helps. Um, it's still gonna have those days where it just like it's low and like you're struggling to not think about that. But I'm very glad that whereas each day is difficult, each day is a bit more positive, and I have my different outlets. Like today, I don't even want to think about what it would have been like if I hadn't came here directly to Club Cottontail after Voldemort left, and I'm so glad that he had to work. Because then I didn't have to see Lady Voldemort. I already know that Lady Voldemort's most likely going to be with them tomorrow, when Rainbow gets dropped off. Like, it's almost a guarantee. I think that he's just going to be having her do that from here on out. And, he did ask me, if I was comfortable with that. And I'm not. But, like, there's no way I was going to tell him that. Like, I just don't like telling him anything. But I'm especially not going to tell him that something actively is messing with me. Like, I'm just going to deal with it. It's going to make me stronger, Plus, Lady Voldemort, she doesn't talk much or anything. She just is there. She's like she's a very shy, meek, and quiet-spoken person. So, like, very opposite of me. Um, but she loves my daughter, and that's really all I care about. Everything else I don't. The only thing I care about is stuff pertaining to my kid. But it does mess with me. Like, there's so much to it, and just actively healing and growing and doing the best that I can with, the very minimal support team that I have because I've only had me. Like when I was living in Longview, I really only had myself. A lot of it was I did it to myself because I just anyone that's been in an abusive relationship, they understand how hard it is to tell someone. And then it's especially difficult after you tell some people and they're not there for you, when you really do need them. So, like, I'm the type of person, like, if you tell me about something, I'm going to be there for you. And it's just like, I didn't have that through my divorce, really, other than with my friend Kayla, but at the same time, she can't, she's so far away. It's different. I needed people to hang out with me in person. I've thus far just been getting through all of it by myself, which usually you sit down and you have like drinks with your girlfriends and you talk about it. It's like, and I've wanted that, and I've tried to get that. I tried so much in 2020 to get that, and especially like and then in even in a little bit in 2021, like, but especially in 2020 because well, really like end of 2019, because when we separated as single, uh I told people that was 2019. I was done. I was like, I need to reach out to people, and I did. And then I did for a year plus. Like, it's exhausting. But I am thankful for me. Oh, life, you're an interesting one. Man, I really dislike how my middle fingers, like my nails are so beautiful, but those ones just like they fold in on themselves. And my eczema, like it's doing a bit better because I've been very mindful to like not get the tops of my hands wet when I wash my hands. Just wash the palms unless I have to wash the top because something got on it. And then as soon as I dry my hands, um, and they're fully dry, put lotion on it. That definitely has been helping. It's not red and agitated anymore. Now it's just the owies that are left over. My left hand has a lot. You can't really see it, but it has a lot of like rough skin. And then my right hand had some owies on my fingers that broke open, but they're now healing over. Yeah, I don't wish eczema on anyone. It's intense. I do wish a good toke on anyone that happens to be toking with me, so cheers. I also think well, probably after. I was just thinking maybe I'll clean the bathroom before, but I kind of feel like, I don't know, I just don't want to do anything. Ugh, that's why I always try to get all of the household chores done before the weekend, because just once I get to the time where it's me time and I don't have a 3-year-old, you know, running around asking what you doing and why a bajillion times. It's so cute though. What you doing, mom? And it's like 30 seconds after she at me, I'm like, I'm still eating. Oh my goodness. Oh, but well, thank you to anyone that has been incognitally tuning in. We've had a few lurkers throughout the meeting. Oops, damn it! It is that time where I'm going to say my goodbyes, give some love and some Kottontale kisses. Mwah. Oh, it's 9:40 a.m. Oh, I'll be hitting my friend up in just over an hour. Hopefully, be able to get all of those errands done that I want to get done. If not, we'll just kind of have to plan around it because unfortunately the errands do need to come before the date. Um, I do want to start my date at noon, but if I have to start it at 2, 3, 4, hopefully it starts before 5. Like if I'm not starting my date until 5, I'll be a little disappointed. But got to get the errands done first. But I'm very excited for my solo date day. It's like Deadpool themed, ish. Like I would need chimichangas. Eating chimichangas would be the way to make it ultimate themed, but it's my date day and I like zucchini and steak, so that is what I'm having. And then some sweetness, I got myself some strawberry shortcakes and some snowballs. I was thinking about getting some chocolate frosting because a couple spoonfuls of that is c'est magnifique. Um, but yeah, I do plan on making potentially some more content today. I say potentially because with errands and wanting to very much spoil myself for a date, it may not happen. But Amnesia series, finishing the last game, getting that all just like finito. Machina Pigs or some shit is like that is the third one. We did, Into the Dark Descent. We attempted Justine, and then we have one more. And I just, oh man, yeah, it should be interesting. But until next time, and always, remember to be kind to yourself and everyone else. And we'll see you next time. Bye!